buy it from the liquor store. Just like
so you should be able to buy marijuana from the liquor stores. Yeah. You know, your people are not going to agree with you on that one.
Well, I like what they have set up in California, where you go to a particular medical. You know, well, you have to go to a doctor first.
Okay.
And then they have it separate from alcohol stores. You know what I mean?
You mean a marijuana dispensary?
Exactly.
Okay. They should make you get a card to drink.
That's so controversial.
That's what I'm saying. Why can't you have to get a card to drink? I'll get a card to smoke cigarettes then. See, why I'm with Edgar on the sense, because we're doing it in stages. I'll tell you the truth. I want it all totally legal because it should be decriminalized. On the other hand, there's ways
you want it illegal so that it's decriminalized, but then you
have to have public policy.
You have people who are doing a drug that is affecting people who don't want to smoke, and it makes them do a little
just like alcohol and cigarettes. That's why we need to approach all of these as a group.
Alcohol and you don't
approach it all as a group.
You can't compare alcohol to marijuana. I'm sorry.
Alcohol is way worse than marijuana.
But you can't compare them.
Alcohol is
you cannot compare alcohol to weed.
You can't compare it because it's so much worse. Alcohol affects almost every major crime situation. Most of your vehicle accidents.
You can drink one glass of wine and you're fine. You drink. You smoke a whole joint.
Not necessarily. That's why the studies have shown that.
I don't smoke, but so I know you have experience.
One glass of wine.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Your body size.
I want to give her. Let me give her my experience. She thinks that I've smoked marijuana, but when you make a quote that you don't know what marijuana does, how can you speak for people just as alcohol? One glass of wine to one person can have a totally different
effect. They take off their clothes
to somebody else.
Pulling the panties down.
So.
Do that again. Show him. Oh, baby.
You know how they do it.
Shirley, don't encourage him.
I like that.
Maybe just slide them down.
See?
So you're saying that I cannot speak on the subject because I'm not a specialist in the smoking? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying this.
I'm saying that top is distracting.
Let me say this. I don't drink alcohol, and just one glass affects me totally different. Okay. Where some people can drink several beers and they can contain themselves.
You know that one glass of wine, red wine, has been told to be good for you compared to
wait a minute.
One joint. A joint
let me tell you something.
Glass of wine.
I agree. Now watch what you're saying.
Come on now.
You're taking a sample study of people that they've been able to study on. They haven't studied me. So when you make a comment representing other people on my behalf, you're assuming.
Weed is
you can't do that.
Weed.
It's
a drug.
No, you can't. I'm saying alcohol. Hold on.
All of them affect you. All of them affect you.
Edgar, respond.
I did not inhale.
You're listening to Mario. No, that's not.
Did you hear that?
I'm saying this. We want you to. Edgar and I. We both agree. We want you to be responsible.
Or maybe I don't know.
Shirley, some people can't have a glass of wine and drive.
I agree.
And their alcohol levels show it,
totally
especially
different.
body size. No,
that's me.
We all want more responsible people. Even those of us who support decriminalization, we don't want people smoking in the park. Yeah, we don't want people smoking at the beach and at the Dodger game. That's ridiculous.
I don't like the culture to smoke.
Yeah, no. We're just saying it's about what should be a crime.
It's a drug. Well, the bottom line is if you legalize it, we'll make money off of it.
Cough syrup, it can be used out of.
Of course.
So now you're going to compare weed, cough syrup, and a glass of wine.
I want to say this, Shirley. I want to say this, and political brother, I have a question for you.
Ain't got no
political brother. I have a question for you.
We got 1 minute.
In the emergency room, do you see more issues behind children being, a physician that? And children, teenagers, coming
alcohol is a drug of choice for teenagers.
Exactly.
Alcohol is a drug of choice for pretty much every age group.
More so than weed?
Alcohol is a drug of choice, for every age group.
Alcohol is a drug?
Actually, what's
a drug?
Right. It still is. They're all drugs, though. They're all drugs.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not arguing that fact. I'm just saying so is weed.
Yes. We keep saying that. Drug. Yes. So,
Too much of anything is not good. One glass of wine ain't going to make you a drug addict. But smoke a couple of snuffs of weed per day, you become addicted.
How do you know?
That's not true.
This is controversial there about.
Because I'm an intelligent woman. How do you know?
Well, I'm asking you.
You know what's addicting? Those orange tops.
I'm
asking you. You're assuming something that you've never tried before.
Tops are addicted.
You know what? Have you ever ate chitlins?
Yes.
And it's addicting.
I have never eaten any chitlins. You know what? Don't ever plan.
You know what? Have you ever had real tortillas that with
How
some
you
butter.
Have you had with chitlins and
I want
and,
you asking
wine.
about addicted.
Oh, y'all all over
have you ever had a real
weed
tortilla hot off the stove with some
my
butter?
Latino brother said, make it legalized so we can make money. And as Republicans, we believe in capitalization.
See?
So if
that can be bad for you too,
$14 billion. Make sure you go to hiphoprepublican.tv and see that article and see more detail. We love to make your comments. Please start commenting on our blogs and start texting and emailing and following us on Facebook and Twitter. We're going to close out real quick about illegal immigration. Boy, Arizona's catching the heat, the flies, and the stingrays. Edgar, you know, you're Latino, aren't you, man? Are you
No.
You got your papers, man?
I thought he was
born and raised in the United States of America.
Oh, you were born here?
I thought you were from Sweden.
But you got an accent about you.
So are you okay, but are you Mexican American? What group are you, or are you combination Creole? What
I'm a mix. I'm Mexican, I'm Guatemalan, and I'm Italian.
So what are you, Redbone?
I'm Cape Verdean, which is the mix of African, Portuguese, and a lot of other European and African.
So neither one of you people are Americans.
Almost.
My family didn't come here as Americans. We'll just say that. No, they literally walked off a boat and stayed.
As far as I'm concerned, I am American as apple pie. I'm a product of this country. The whole essence.
You were born here. You were not born here.
But I was born here. But your ancestors
are the real Americans.
Original Americans. So I have a little bit of an issue with you, Edgar.
You speak Spanish? I do too. I know all the bad words.
That's why I speak Spanish, because I want to communicate with the original Americans.
That's right.
I speak Spanish too, the bad words.
Open the borders to all colonized people. I just,
madre.
Well, I just look at it this way, Edgar. I take issue with you because I feel that you should be a little bit more sensitive. That is just my feeling. I'm not trying to be combative with you. I just feel that you have people in your family that are probably supposedly not legal under the terms of our laws as they stand right now. And I would like for you to respond to me.
I know a lot of people on the left think that the people on the right, Republicans, are tough, but it's called tough love. Best thing my father did for me ever, when I was 18 years old and I was suffering from schizophrenia, is tell me, tough, deal with it on your own. And that's what got me from being a screwball that couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't even perform, couldn't focus, into being the person I am today. You know, now I own property. Now I'm doing well in school. Now I'm able to come on this show and talk at least clearly enough for most people.
And you write great blogs.
Well, I'm blogging like crazy now. So,
yes, he is.
You know, so it's all about personal responsibility for me. You don't help my people by condoning their irresponsible behavior by saying just come on board. You know, we're not going to punish you if you're illegal. If you came here illegal, we're gonna reward you by giving you social programs and give you amnesty. To me, that's you're not helping my people that way. You're not teaching them personal responsibility. It's not fair to my father, legal immigrant who came here from Guatemala. You know, he was so. If anybody hated illegal immigrants more than anybody, they probably couldn't hate him more than my father.
Immigrants tend to do that, Shirley, just so you know. They tend to be that way.
That's the point I'm thinking Edgar's saying. It really makes a difference why you're on what side of the issues. That's why I try to stress this to people over and over and again. Why we cannot pigeonhole people on the surface of certain political positions.
Absolutely can.
You've got to look at the whys. The whys have to do with everything. Now, here's Edgar. There's no question. Does Edgar come across like a person who doesn't love his people? He doesn't believe this is the answer to the problem.
I love my people.
I understand that, but what I'm saying, Mario,
and that's where he sees it's more important. I'm not even saying I need to agree with you on the issue, Edgar, but I feel where you're coming from.
Mario, this administration and past administrations have tried to deal with whether it be amnesty or something with the illegals. I'm just saying, we're not saying let them all, let all illegal, everybody in from Europe, Africa, whatever. We're not saying that. We have to deal with it. We have to come to the table with it, but not bash them like what's happening in Arizona.
But that's my point. That's my point, though.